Quiver folk here. So today I want to talk about something that I'm hoping will help other people if they're experiencing some of these same things. Maybe this video will be like the moment that it wasn't. For me, I didn't have like a video or anything. I had to go through a really long process over the course of like 6 years to finally get a diagnosis. And so I just wanted to kind of put this out there, and so that if anybody else can watch my video and be encouraged by it, that would be great. So my journey starts, I was like 15 years old, and I noticed that like anybody would sneeze near me and I would get sick. Immediately I was sick. Or I got a lot of like UTIs, and I got a lot of I got bladder and kidney infections really bad, and so it's a lot of stuff like that. So that continued, and it got to the point where they were like talking about, well, we can't find out what's wrong, and so maybe we'll do some testing for things like leukemia. And so it was a very, very scary time, being 15 and hearing these things. And so anyway, jump ahead a little bit. And then I got pregnant at 17, and I'll do a testimony video later about my and my husband's story and how we're only 23 and we have 3 kids and all this other stuff. But we got pregnant at 17, and then I nursed my son for 6 weeks. And so during that time, I was like asymptomatic. I didn't really have any symptoms. I was just, kind of pregnant. And then after I was done being pregnant with my son and nursing my son, I noticed subtle things. Like I couldn't sit on the floor like other moms I saw could just sit for pretty long extended periods of time, and I could not. My legs would be so stiff, and just my joint pain. And I was very active. I'm still very active. We have a dog, and I take her for walks every night and stuff. So I'm very active person. I have 3 kids. Anybody with kids knows, super active. So I didn't really think that I was like out of shape really, and so that kind of was worrisome. And then I've always struggled with like depression and anxiety and everything, and so that came back, and I'm actually medicated for depression during my pregnancies because of it's a low dose, but I do need it because I will just get in these deep ruts. So then jump ahead, when I was 19, I got pregnant with my daughter, and right before I turned 20, we had my daughter. And with that, again, I noticed like my symptoms got a lot better, and I didn't really think about it. At this point, I was really kind of like, it's whatever. I'm sure it's nothing. Then we had my daughter Harper, and still had joint pain, terrible joint pain, to the point where I was dropping dishes because my hands would hurt so bad. Standing for long periods of time became a struggle. Sitting on the floor and playing with my 2 children already was a struggle. And then I had Harper. After Harper, I noticed I was having difficulties having conversations and forming thoughts. One day, I was trying to explain to my son why there was a carpet cleaner upstairs, because he had inquired about it, and I couldn't think of the word carpet cleaner, and it, not even exaggerating, took me like 4 hours to come up with carpet cleaner. So that scared me, so I decided to go in and see a doctor about this. So I went in, and the doctor said, well, for sure, in my hands, I had severe tendonitis. And I actually still wear braces for those all the time because it's still pretty aggravated. But with 3 kids, we're looking into getting the shots now in my wrists because I can't rest them for as much as I need to. So she said, for sure you have tendonitis, and then for everything else, I'm going to do a blood test. And so she did the blood test, and it came back that my thyroid was underproducing, and so I have hypothyroidism. So normal thyroid is between a 1 and a 2, and they'll accept a 3 to a 4, and mine was at a 9.8, and so it's significantly elevated. And then they checked to see if my thyroid was giving off the hormone, which indicates autoimmune, and mine came back positive. So currently my diagnosis is it's autoimmune hypothyroidism, or it's Hashimoto's thyroiditis. So what that is so my brain is giving my thyroid, which is right here, it's just like a little butterfly-shaped gland, giving my thyroid all these signals. You're not working hard enough. Go, go, go. And my body is actually attacking my thyroid, and so that's where my levels, it's T3 and T4, are elevated. And and it's like hypothyroidism on steroids, I guess, is what I've heard. I've never just like had just straight up hypothyroidism, but mine is prominent in my joints. And so I'm on hormone replacement therapy. That's their treatment for it. There's no cure. And then I've cut out gluten completely out of my diet, because gluten can aggravate things and make a flare up or an attack just more, worse. And so we're trying that. So diet changes. And also I've cut out soda, because again, mine is in my joints. So things like sitting on the floor. I was just at a friend's house, and I was sitting on the floor playing with our daughters, and I'm envious of people that can just sit and sit and sit and sit, and I can't. And I stood up, and I could feel the deep hurt in my joints, which is really discouraging, because I've been on a gluten-free diet for quite a while now, and I'm on these hormones, and nothing is happening. So some of the symptoms that I experience, and you can look this up online if you're watching this and you're like, wow, a lot of this is adding up to some things that I'm going through right now, and like mine is very rare. It's very rare to experience joint pain. I was actually tested for rheumatoid arthritis. I do not have that yet. When you get one autoimmune, the chances of getting another autoimmune go up. And I have rheumatoid arthritis and celiac disease within my family. Both of my uncles are sick. And I don't know about my father. He doesn't really keep up with going and seeing a health specialist. So I actually wrote them down, because there's so many of them. But infections, I get infections a lot. I went to the walk-in, when was it? It was not even that long ago. And the walk-in doctor said, well, I'm going to make a suggestion to go to your primary doctor, because this is like the 5th infection we're seeing you for within the last 3 months. And so that indicates that there's something else going on. And that was another reason, besides my intense brain fog is what they call it, that I went in, was because I was told, you are having too many infections, you need to get in. So I get infections. I have hair loss really bad. My hair just falls out in clumps. It's really, really terrible. I thought it was postpartum hair loss, but I'm now 10 months postpartum, and it's still coming out in giant clumps. And I have thick hair, so I guess that's a blessing. No one really notices. Anxiety. I was doing really well with my anxiety on the medication and then just recently it came back. I perspirate a lot. I have a lot of sweating problems. If I get uncomfortable, or it's mostly when I get uncomfortable, I just really start sweating, and it's really gross. And if I exercise, I look like I took a shower, and that's disgusting. I have problems losing weight. I just seem to gain, and not stop. I've pretty much tapered off right now, and I'm not happy with where I am. And like I said, I only drink water, and I have tried to even more change how I'm eating, and I'm exercising regularly, and so I'm hoping that maybe that'll come back down. I am researching more into how to help myself lose weight, because with an underactive thyroid, it's just like a lot more difficult. Depression, like I had mentioned, brain fog, so that is the inability to like think things could, it's like you're always in a fog. Your mind is just like so sluggish. It's really annoying. Joint pain, I get a skin rash that is very, it goes with autoimmune. I didn't think of it as a rash, but when I'm out in the sun too long, sun sensitivity is part of it. I will get this rash, and it will go all the way up around my cheeks and down and up my nose. It looks like a butterfly. They call it the butterfly rash. And people will be, wow, you got burned. And then the next day I'll wake up and nothing will be there. And so I'm not getting burned. I'm actually having a reaction to the sun. And I never knew that. I never put that together. I have extensive scar, like skin grafting done on my face. So I always associate it with that. And then sensitivity to cold. When I go outside, my joints just ache so bad. My hands, today it's only like 37 outside and it's rainy and it's dreary and I hurt. It's really bad. It's not as bad as when I'm in a flare up, but when I'm outside and my hands and my knees and stuff are getting cold, it hurts me. Which it's really annoying. It makes it really hard to do my job as a mom and everything. But so you can go online and look up just lists of these symptoms. If you're like, well, some of these and some of these do not, I would get your thyroid checked, because your thyroid affects, your thyroid gland touches every single cell in your body. And so the vast array of things that it affects is just wow. I never even thought one gland could do all the things that are wrong with me, and it just all makes sense now. Like brittle nails, like my nails just like peel apart. It's really bad. I have a lot of trouble growing them out ever because they just break, and that is part of it. And so so like I said, for treatments, I started taking my multivitamin. Probiotic is really good about gut health. I've cut out gluten completely, and I'm on my replacement hormone therapy. And right now I'm at a medium dose, but the doctor I just saw said that he thinks I need to be upped even higher than what I'm already at. And I'm already at on the high end of medium, and so he wants me on an even higher dosage. And then in June, I go and see an endocrinologist who specializes in thyroid diseases and thyroid cancer and all that stuff. And so probably at that point then I will have an ultrasound of my thyroid, because you get nodules on your thyroid from this disease because it's just attacking. So thanks for watching. I'm so glad I could share my story with you guys. I'm hopeful that it'll help someone else in their journey. If you have any questions, leave me a comment below. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.